This is the show where two friends from different parts of the world discuss all things, all elite wrestling. And one of them actually knows what they're talking about. We'll let you decide. Welcome to the Beauty and the Beard Pro Wrestling Podcast with your hosts, Woody and Sarah.
Welcome, everybody, to our topic discussion this week, and it is a very special one. I'm going to let Sarah tell you what it's about because it's her idea. And if you listen to our Dynamite review, you already know kind of what we're going to talk about because the idea came out on that review. So
you may or may not be surprised that we are talking Malakai Black because, yay, he's in AEW, and yes. I am mega excited.
I know you are super excited, but who cannot be at least a little bit excited for this?
So
the possibilities are endless here.
Oh my goodness, so excited.
Fantastic. So yes, our topic today is going to be Malakai Black. Ideas, thoughts, just us talking about what it could mean, possible matchup, all kinds of different things, all related to Malakai Black. So, but before we get started, I want to remind everybody to check out all of our other content that comes out every week, our Dynamite reviews, our topic discussions, our Q&As, previews and reviews of pay-per-views, interviews every now and then. And whenever Rampage debuts, we will have reviews of Rampage also. So keep an eye out for all that content. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter. You can follow the channel at BeautyXTheBeard. You can follow me at Let the Beard Play. And you can follow Sarah at Strange_Pixie.
Yeah.
So, Sarah, this is the dumbest question I will ever ask you, but are you ready to talk about Malakai Black?
I am. Please, let's go.
All right. So, as you all know by now, Tommy and Aleister Black, now known as Malakai Black in AEW, made his debut on Dynamite and attacked Arn Anderson and Cody Rhodes to shock everyone. You know, we talked about it. We were thinking he was maybe going to debut at All Out. Even if he was going to debut, is he going to sign with AEW? We felt like he was. But we weren't 100% sure. How could we be until we see him in an AEW ring? But he debuted this last week on Dynamite because he had a 30-day non-compete clause instead of a 90-day non-compete clause. So,
thank you, WWE.
Yes. But it's very seldom these days with wrestling, with Twitter and social media, that we actually get really genuinely surprised. So for that to happen, it was so amazing, so cool. So I know you're ready to talk about it. I'm going to let you take the reins.
Oh, my goodness. So like you said, we were really hoping that, gutted that he got released from WWE.
You don't want anybody to get fired. So.
No, you never want that, even if you want them in the company that you'd rather watch. But he did. He got released. And then, obviously, as soon as someone is released from any company, but definitely from WWE, we all seem to then go, I wonder where they're going. And people start, going, oh, it'd be great in New Japan, or it'd be great here, or he could go back on the Indies. And I think then when he actually went back to Tommy End, I think everyone was convinced that he was just going to be doing Indies for a bit.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, that's fine. He can do what he wants. Good for him type thing if he just wants to, get back to doing it like that. So I kind of sort of made my peace with the fact that might not be coming to AEW because it seemed to have gone a bit quiet on the debuts and everything for a bit. So I was quite, just oh, well, if he does happen to be, it'll be All Out because can't turn up any sooner. So why get your hopes up? So obviously that's when he did debut. I was away. I was on holiday with my family. I remember my phone going ding, 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 ding. I was like, okay, something has happened. And for me to make sure that it wasn't anything outside of wrestling, I got my husband to do a search around going, has anything major happened that would make my phone blow up? And like he was like, no, nothing like that, you know, you're involved in type thing like music or anything. I was like, it's got to be AEW then. It's got to be wrestling related. So I then was like, yeah, turning my phone off. So that was it then. I went radio silence. And then you obviously messaged me saying, look, I'm going to tag you in something. I know you're not going to, but don't look at Twitter. And I was just like, yeah, not doing it anyway because I can't watch it yet. I've still got to drive home.
But it was that extra safeguard. I had to throw like 100%. A couple of more walls up just to make sure.
Yeah. So I then like had to have my phone on because I was driving. So because I have like navigation on my phone and stuff and music. So I had to have that on, but my notifications come through as what people are saying. So I can still hear it pinging because it's like, you know, so between my music, navigation, and the phone pinging, it was a very interesting car ride. So like my husband kept looking at us going, whatever it says, just don't tell me. I said, I know you want to wind me up with it because he does this. I said, but just don't, please. I am begging you, do not say anything. And he didn't, credit to him.
Yeah.
So managed to get home. I just abandoned my stuff. I think I've said this on the review. Sat down, watched it, and then literally almost fainted because I was not expecting to see what I saw when the lights come on. I screamed very loudly. Lost my voice a bit over the weekend because of it. Still not 100% now.
You sound better. Yeah.
I definitely sound better, but not great.
Yeah.
So he was there and I like, you know, took it back a few times to make sure like, no, I wasn't in some kind of weird dream where I was just imagining
pinch me.
Yeah, because I've had weird dreams where I've ended up in a wrestling ring myself. So just making sure.
Whoa.
This
is a whole other podcast.
That's a whole other
episode. We're going to do a special topic next week about Sarah's dreams.
So he turned up and then obviously like he kicked on, like his head came off. Yeah. And I was just like, oh, that's a bit mean. He's a bit of an old guy, dude. Like, chill. And then when Cody came out, I was like, no, kick him.
I know you are.
And I love that smile at the end, like that little devious little grin. I was just like, what are you doing to me, AEW? Because you're just making me go gaga right now. So then obviously my brain then was like, right, so let's fantasy book. Who do we want to see him against? What storylines are we going into? And I think we can obviously say he's going into something with Cody.
Yes. I'm excited for this. Though.
Yeah, 100%. I don't know how this is all why he targeted on.
No, but this is a good spot to start.
Yeah.
And I know people will, and I've already seen it on Twitter too, criticize, oh, great, another debut.
Yeah.
Versus Cody. Cody's got to be the guy to work with somebody when they're coming in, but Cody's a great place to start.
Especially if you're a heel coming in.
Yeah. Oh, especially.
He's the baby's face of the entire company.
Because I know I
thought
not to me, but he is. Yeah. But I considered during the Anthony Ogogo program with Cody that Cody was going to possibly go heel. I was totally wrong because that crowd reaction in Miami told you, nope, babyface is the way to go, at least for now, for sure. But this, you know, it takes a little bit of. I think a lot of people look at Cody because, you know, of him coming in and beating people when they come in because they mainly look at Lance Archer. You know, Archer came in and Cody beat him. I don't think that's going to be the case with this one. And it's not the case every time either because Cody also puts people over. He put Darby Allin over. I mean, he lost it. And I think that whole run of Cody's was made for Darby to be the one to take it to make Darby the guy. And it worked. I mean, because, you know, we see where Darby's at. So, and I think this is a great dynamic with these two because Malakai Black is going to be such a good heel from the get-go. And I guess you probably call him a tweener, but it's going to be that dark side he's going to tap into. And Cody is a glitz and glamour, you know, baby face. Yes, it's going to be an oil and water situation with those two. And they both can work their butts off. So, you know, the match is going to be great when we get there. And I'm assuming it'll be all out, but we'll see.
I hope Cody's got some headache painkillers because his head's going to be spinning.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. Like, we all know I'm not the biggest Cody fan.
Yeah, I know.
I respect his work. So I will never say I don't like him. I just
from a character standpoint.
It's from a character standpoint, 100%.
Yeah. You got characters you can relate to, some you can't.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Malakai Black is one I relate to. So I can't wait to see what happens at, because the contrast, even down to like the clothing, like the contrast is just perfect. It screams a feud. It's kind of like the devil and the angel, isn't it, at the end of the day?
Yeah. It does have that feel to it.
Polar opposite. Whatever side you want to call it. But I just want an explanation. Why Arm? Like I said on the review, I generally thought Arm was going, Frago, he's part of the Nightmare family.
Nope.
And then he got his head kicked off.
Yeah.
So not a great day at the office. So yeah, I'm definitely curious to see where we go with Cody. But looking past Cody, where is Mr. Malakai Black going? Because there is some really interesting, potential never seen before matches.
Yes, a lot.
There is a lot. Like most of the roster.
Yeah, if you start listening, we could go on and on.
Yeah, this wouldn't be a top 10 list. This will be a we don't know list.
Something I want to
forever.
Yeah, something I want to ask before we get into any kind of matchups. I'm curious your take on this, because I've heard it mentioned a lot since he debuted. You know, if you haven't seen the vignette or the short film that he put out, he in that seems to be possessed somewhat by demon, devil, whatever. But it has that feel to it. He ends up killing a doctor, basically, or two people, right? In the thing. That's what it insinuates anyways. There's blood, and he walks out of there, and it sounds like, he just murdered two guys. Yeah. So there is an element of, and there's some people that loved it, and some people that hated it, and some people that are a little bit in the middle. It's one of those, it's a little divisive. You can see a lot of pushback on it too, because it is very, supernatural in a way.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'm going with this. Like, do you think we're going to get a supernatural character with Malakai Black in AEW?
See, the thing is, it's like
and if so, do you want that? I guess, is it something you want?
Yeah, I mean, he's got full creativity, so whatever comes out of his brain is 100% him. Yeah. Obviously, TK's got to sign off on it, and we know that fact. Regards to Supernatural, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I think the way, I know we always go back to WWE, but it's the main thing that's been on TV, so it's the only way I can compare it to it. There's ways that they do it that don't sit with me. Yeah. There's ways that AEW could do it that could work. I mean,
well, I look back at the Matt Hardy thing with Broken Matt when he came in. It kind of, with me, it kind of landed a little weird. Some people loved it. Some people hated it too. And I think a lot of it had to do with, no crowds. You just didn't have that reaction and all that. But and then they came back after he sort of teleported to where he teleported from one place to another and came back and said, no, it was just him playing tricks with lights, and it wasn't actually teleportation. He was just messing with Jericho with the projection and all that. So they gave an explanation for it. So it wasn't supernatural, but I wasn't sure if it was maybe intended to be. And then they just said, you know what, we can't say it was. We got to change our minds on this. So. I just know how that landed. So I wasn't sure you want to go. Do you want to go full supernatural and possibly get some pushback?
The thing that I took from the vignette thing wasn't supernatural. Now, I don't know if that's because of what I watch in general. Yeah. But he was in like a mental institution.
Yeah, true.
As far as I could tell. So
maybe it wasn't supernatural. It was
that's
just...
what I'm saying. A lot of mental health, like mental health conditions that are like psychosis and that type of thing.
Yeah,
you can have like a god complex, or you can, you know, lean into like, you know, dark things. And you also can hear demonic voices. You can hear voices. You can see things. They can tell you, like, voices can be really horrific, and they can tell you, know, like that person needs to die and all that type of stuff. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's going to be supernatural. I would say it's going to be more along the lines of like not possessed, but he's kind of, something's taken over him in the sense of, you know,
like a little
he
bit
could be hearing stuff that isn't there.
like a multiple personality sort of thing.
Yes,
Maybe sort of
something like probably along those lines. But I think with stuff like that, especially in wrestling, you've got to be really careful.
Yeah.
Not to label it. So
exactly.
I don't want to say it's supernatural. I don't want to say he's portraying mental health, because he's not. But along the lines of, you know, he's been taken over by whatever entity it is, whether it be a possession type thing or whether it be voices in his head.
Yeah.
You still not necessarily the same person.
Yeah.
And like they said in that video, he's not taking his meds. These are all the clues that I'm getting. So
and AEW's already shown that they're willing to delve into the storylines of mental health too.
Yeah.
But you're right. They do have to be careful.
They don't label it. They let you work that out for yourselves.
You decide what it is.
Could work this out as going, yeah, he's possessed. This is supernatural. But then other people may look at it like me and going, no, well, the vignette's clearly stated he's not taking his meds. You're not that person. All this type of stuff.
You're getting at exactly what I want to see. That's exactly. I want to see things happen that make you question whether it's supernatural, but don't let things happen where you go, okay, he's magical or something. I don't want it to be so where there's no doubt about it. What just happened is something supernatural. I would rather there be a line you straddle where you question whether it is, because it can have things happen in real life where you go, and did I just see a ghost? You know, so it's that kind of, you know, did I or did I not? I don't know. You question it. So I would love for there to be questions put in your mind whether he does have some kind of power or not, but not let it be known that he does, so that
and
so that you can believe it. You can believe what's happening. It's just legitimate.
I know
he has some kind of issues he's dealing with, and maybe people think he's got something.
Yeah, I mean, I know AEW've got Abaddon, and I know, like, you know, that's
But even that though, let's, you know, and I've made jokes about, hey, we got a zombie in AEW. Even that, not really. I know they play it up like she hasn't like eaten anybody's brains. I mean, so
she hasn't said anything along the lines of that.
She's like,
we got an alien, but we kind of
know she's not an alien.
Exactly. So this is where AEW for me is where it stands out, is because it doesn't tell you what this person is. It doesn't tell you what you're meant to think of them. It gives you what you can see and then goes, well, your choice, whatever you want to think.
They just react to what they see, where it's like, she thinks she's an alien. Like, that kind of thing, instead of, I don't want them to go, she's going to get on her spacecraft and take off when the match is over with. You know, like, it's like, well, she thinks she's an alien. Or them reacting to Abaddon like, she scares the crap out of me.
Yeah.
You know, she's spitting blood. Is that blood? You know, that kind of, because they're just reacting to what they see. She literally is crawling to the ring and it's creepy looking. Doesn't mean she's going to eat anybody's brains and Daryl's going to take her down on the next episode of Walking Dead. I mean, I don't know if Daryl's still alive. I don't even watch The Walking Dead. I'm not sure. So.
And before anybody goes, oh, AEW, hang on a minute. WWE had a guy that was dead with a demon brother that for some reason ended up riding a motorbike.
Yeah. And it was awesome. And it was great. He's an iconic person, and it can be done correctly and done well. True.
And also, let's not forget, it's wrestling.
It's wrestling. True. Don't take it so seriously. I know.
But yeah, I personally don't think it's possession, spooky stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's more along the lines of he's like had a mental break.
True.
Just from the vignette. Yeah. That's where I got it from. Could be wrong.
That 30 days off really drove him crazy, man.
Yeah, really. Yeah. He sat at home like,
yeah.
So yeah. So
and the fact that his wife signed back with with the employer that got rid of it.
He now is a Twitch.
Man. Yeah.
Twitch. So yeah, so what I was saying was matches.
Yes.
What do we think?
There
are so many possibilities.
There
are. Excited.
You have one you want to throw out there before I throw one in?
Well, I think I mentioned it on the review that I would love somehow when Darby ends up in his coffin and he goes away for a while, that he comes back and Malakai Black's involved in it somehow, and then Darby Allin goes full skeleton face paint, and they could be like a little, not a tag team, but like a little duo, that just like cause like.
So you want them like as kind of aligned with each other?
Yeah, as buddies.
Sort of like Sting and Darby did for a little bit.
Yeah, as buddies. Buddies. But Darby more leaning slowly but surely beat with Malakai Black, turning a bit more heel each time. I'll
tell you though,
going to the dark side.
Could you see, like, just to play into this? Could you see a situation where Malakai's trying to draw him towards him, and Sting's like, "Whoa, hang on,
that'd be a beautiful storyline.
Don't do that." Like Sting's trying to be the voice of reason. You don't want to go down that path. And if he follows Malakai down the path, that's where he's going to become more dark and find his heel part.
You could have it where Malakai Black and Sting both turn up to where the coffin's been buried type thing. And, does Darby go home with Daddy Sting or this new stranger guy? That's a bit weird. So, I like that idea. Not that I'm necessarily going to do it, but because obviously the coffee match is really soon.
Yeah,
but if Darby goes away for a bit, he could be away for a month, 2 months, whatever.
It could be something he does when he's done with. It could
be the way back when he's done with Cody to move into something seamlessly. Instead of it kind of like, I'm done with you next week. What do I do? Oh, the week after you. Do you know what I mean? So that's one potential thing.
I tell you, I like that because it plays into an idea I had of kind of how I want Malakai Black doing things, because I would love to, we talked about him being possibly supernatural, but not really, but more on the psychological part of things.
Yeah.
We talked about how Darby, that's his weakness, is the psychology where he can he could possibly be manipulated, just like he's basically being manipulated by Ethan Page right now. So if Ethan Page can manipulate him, imagine what Malakai Black could do. And I would love to see Malakai Black be that character that can get in people's heads and can manipulate them and get people to do what he wants them to do. Kind of like, the devil is you want to, if you want to say the devil's in him, kind of manipulate what he's doing, because he's not Tommy End anymore, right?
Yeah.
He's Malakai Black. Malakai Black is, if that's the character that he's controlled by now, and that's why he's known as that, then that he can also maybe be kind of a puppet master where he can kind of pull the strings on people and get things to happen the way he wants them to do it. And that's where I would like for him to kind of, like when people are at their lowest, for him to be able to swoop in and take advantage of the situation. And that's where the heel side of him can really come in, because it's going to be hard to get people to boo him.
Oh, 100%. Like, I'm cheering him already.
Yeah. What would you love? Like you mentioned before that once Kenny Omega loses all of his belts, right?
I know
he's gonna be at the lowest point because all his friends are gonna leave him. This is our fantasy booking we've done before.
Yeah, by the way, yeah.
You said the Young Bucks are like, dude, what? We're done with you, man. They're walking away. Don Callis is like, you don't have any gold anymore. You've lost all your belts. I don't need you anymore.
Yeah.
Kenny Omega crawls to Adam Page, who now is the world champion in our worlds, and he will be world champion.
Yes, he will.
But he crawls back to him and like, tries to apologize, and Adam Page is like, done with you, brother.
Yeah.
Keep stepping. Whatever, walk on. And that's when you could see somebody like Malakai Black step in and just pick the parts away from Kenny Omega, just like a vulture. I mean, you got an animal that's wounded now, And Malakai Black's going to be the one that comes in and takes care of business. And that would be an awesome program.
Yeah.
A mentally weakened Kenny Omega who's lost everything. And now here comes Malakai Black to finish him off, basically.
What a fall from grace as well.
Yes. Yeah. And that would be an awesome program. And you want to send a message with Malakai Black to have him ultimately beat the person who has been the greatest wrestler in the world in a lot of people's eyes for a long time. And so you can do that away from a title. There's no title involved.
Yeah.
But that story would be so compelling. You know, in a way, it could turn Kenny into a sympathetic character at that point too, because he's at his lowest. You know, you don't want to, root against somebody who's okay. He, like the thing goes, he's dead. Stop, he's dead. Quit. But Malakai's not going to stop. He's just going to keep on until he's even deader than he was.
Yeah.
I know that's a program I would like to see, and it could seriously happen because we think he's going to lose the title pretty soon.
Malakai Black has, like, with that situation, this is literally just popped into my head when you were saying it. Have you ever watched Hocus Pocus?
I have. My wife loves that movie. She's seen it like 5,000 times.
Do you remember the bit where the witches pick up the kids and like suck the life out?
Oh yeah, yep.
That is what you're saying. Malakai Black with like Kenny, just like
removing the life force.
Yeah, the essence, getting that out of Kenny Omega. They do it with Darby. Basically, like taking the broken fallen of AEW and just building himself up. That
could be his thing for a while, anyways. Until you get him into a title picture. I mean, there's a lot of people that you could do that with. You could tell that story.
Ruby Riott comes in.
Ooh.
And two pairing up.
Oh.
And she could get the women's side.
I really, really, really like that. So much potential with 100% with everything with him. But it's just, when do you think they get him into a title picture? And do you think is he somebody that you just completely skip over the TNT? I mean, I say skip over because it really is. It's not like a secondary title in AEW.
No.
But it's also like a workhorse title where the person with the TNT title defends it a lot more often than the AEW title. So is he somebody that would make sense to have on TV defending a title every other week? He seems like the type of character that you would not have on there to save him.
Yeah.
Because you can't have him just building up wins either because he's just going to be the number one ranked wrestler so quickly and facing somebody for the world title. So, we've Ted the Hillbilly Hill mentioned in one of our Q&As talked about the ranking system. He's one that you do have to watch out with. You can't have him wrestling all the time because he's going to be number one so quickly, and you have to have him have a world title match, and you can't have him lose a world title match.
No,
you just can't. So, So now that Ted brought that up, I'll be watching that with Malakai Black. I'm like, he can't keep winning matches. He's just like a once a month kind of guy.
Yeah. For him to get anywhere near, say we're not going near the TNT title.
Yeah.
But if he did go near it, he could make the strap black. That sounds good. Anyway, so he's not going near the TNT title. To get to the AEW, I think we need to give him probably towards the end of next year.
Yeah.
Because you've got to give Hangman that run. Do you know what I mean? We've got to give him a fair shot.
Yeah, that's cool. Because if he could, I've said that. Sorry to cut you off, but I've said that MJF I thought would be the one to take it from Hangman. Malakai Black would be a good one to take it from Hangman.
Oh, 100%.
Because if you establish him as somebody who feeds on the weak mentality of people when they're low, he's got these guys at their lowest. We already know by this point we've established that Hangman's got some issues that he's worked through, and he's finally made it to where he is. Then to have Malakai Black come in, and we've established him as somebody who feeds on people's issues they have, with their confidence, I guess you could say. It would be pretty cool for him to be the one to take the title from Hangman.
Yeah, 100%. I'd also going back to our dear friend Ted the Hillbilly Heel.
Yes.
He mentioned Moxley and Malakai Black.
Yeah. So you want to talk about that now?
I want to talk about it because I kind of was like proper stressing out on the Q&A about it. So look, would it be a great match? Yes. Do I want it? Yes. Do I want to watch it? Yes. Well, am I scared? 100% petrified. Because both of them two will take each other to the absolute max. And let's be honest, Mox goes far. I'm pretty sure Malakai Black will go far. I don't know where it will stop.
There will be some blood in that.
I can guarantee
match.
it within like the first 10 seconds. I don't. Do you know? It makes me sound so sadistic. But I would love.
We know you are already. You're not going to surprise anybody.
I would love like a lights out match.
Yep.
Just because I want to see. I just want to see
carnage.
What they would do.
How far do we go?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like how far are they like gonna push each other? Because we know what Mox will go to. I mean, he dropped Kenny Omega on the hard balls of the ring, so
yeah.
So I'm just curious as to where Malakai Black would, like, how many times can you kick one guy in the head? What would you kick him in the head with? All the different things that you could kick him in the head with.
Just to establish even more how dangerous somebody like Malakai Black is, because if they take somebody like Mox to the extreme,
yeah, and you can see then like Eddie running down to the ring, kind of what he did at the explosive barbed wire death match, and then Eddie getting his egg nicked off, and then you know that this guy is dangerous.
I'll tell you, I know Tony Khan recently has said that he does want to do another exploding barbed wire death match because of the bad taste that the first one left with a lot of people. So like he wants to redeem himself and redeem the company, I guess, which I don't think you need to necessarily. No. I love that match just because of the poof at the end. Look, forget it. The match is awesome. But the fact that he still wants to do another one, again, I know that would get you excited. Again,
exactly.
Exploding barbed wire death match. Sarah says yes, yes, and yes.
Yes.
And a lot of people would like to see that. Yeah. That might be a match to go to.
100%.
If you get a story, you get a T-shirt with Malakai Black and Moxley on this one.
Yeah.
But and add something else to it where it takes it to another level. I'm not sure what you would do with it. Just something to where they up the ante a little bit with a match like this. And those are two guys. I don't think you want to go back to Kenny Omega, John Moxley.
No.
Because you looked at that match, Kenny Omega wasn't even made for a match like that. But that's kind of what made the intrigue of it, because Kenny Omega in an exploding barbed wire death match was just a funny thought, But you take Moxley and somebody like Malakai Black, and there's nothing funny about it. Like, it's legit, holy crap, what's going to happen in this match? These two guys are about to kill each other.
It's like if you thought like Eddie Kingston and John Moxley was harsh.
Because that was a serious story. It was a serious feud kind of thing. So this could be a spot. It would go along with your lights out type match because that's basically what it would be with just explosives and barbed wire.
Yeah.
So that would be good. That'd be a good way to go because he wants to do another one. So sign him up. Let's do it.
There's just so many potential victims for Malakai Black.
So that's the name of this podcast. The name of this episode is Potential Future Victims for Malakai Black.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just going through the roster here. Like, my goodness, like, could you imagine, like, Malakai Black and Ricky Starks?
Oh, the neck. He just
why not?
Still trying to sell the neck. Years later. No.
Malakai Black and MJF.
Oh man, putting the fear in MJF, that would
beautiful.
It would be a babyface moment for Malakai Black, though. You couldn't have him as a heel. You could try to go heel there, but
you definitely go heel.
But if you're scaring the crap out of MJF, Malakai Black is getting babyface pops from that crowd. It's just.
But he'll be getting babyface pops for a while.
He will, but yeah, if you're wanting to try to get him booed, that ain't the way to do it. No. although I would absolutely love to see it. Who would not want to love to see MJF trying to hide from Malakai Black?
How about Ray Phoenix, Malakai Black?
Oh, good grief. Pack and Malakai Black. And I tell you, I think it was Lanny Helmsley that he put a graphic out there of them wanting them to face at the first UK tour.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, it was he that put that out there. So yeah, that would be a good one.
How about Malakai Black, Orange Cassidy?
I don't even know what to expect from that.
I have no idea. But I'll watch it.
No, here's how the match goes. I'm just going to tell you how this match goes.
Okay.
The bell rings. Okay, the two guys walk to the center of the ring. Orange Cassidy starts doing his lazy kicks. Malakai Black kicks him one time and knocks him out. 1, 2, 3. That's it. That's how it is. Right there. Because you got those lazy kicks to Malakai Black when you got a guy that can literally kick your face off. That would be an interesting dynamic between those two. That would be fun.
Malakai Black and Jungle Boy.
That's what I was about to say. That is awesome. Oh,
podcast high five.
Yes, boom, across the pond. Now, because he is such a baby face.
Yeah.
And
his hair would fly.
Yeah. You find, you let Malakai Black, again, I'm still sticking with where he's swooping in like a vulture to take these people when they're the lowest. Mm-hmm. We think at some point there's going to be a breakup between Jurassic Express. Mm-hmm. At least, I say we. I mentioned it before on like a fantasy booking thing that I think is going to happen. Let him swoop in when that happens and go after Jungle Boy then when he's by himself. And that would be, that would be great.
Another one that would be interesting, and it seems to be becoming a theme. Psycho Sean Spears,
Psycho Sean Spears and him. You mentioned that on the review too. Yeah, that'd be a good one, especially if we see just how far how psycho Sean Spears could get, because we're just getting the tip of the iceberg with that one.
And if Malakai Black ends up, aligning himself with Darby a bit. Malakai Black and Ethan Page.
Ooh.
Malakai Black and Eddie Kingston. I can go on.
Yeah, because after you could do after Ethan Page, if he beats Darby Allin, to have him beat Ethan Page, and that's part of the psychology of it. Mm-hmm. Is when he goes after Darby, is you couldn't beat that guy. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. I tell you, this is going to freak you out. I know it is. You talked about Ruby Riott coming in and possibly being his
counterpart.
The female counterpart that's with him that's dark. Mm-hmm. We talked about him going after Jungle Boy.
Mm-hmm. I know where you're going.
Anna Jay.
Oh my God. Poor woman, she can't get away from people taking her.
Anna Jay leaves the Dark Order. We could have
you.
I know. We could have him feud with some people from the Dark Order.
Oh my God!
And Anna Jay turns, and because I think she could pull off the evil heel counterpart of Malakai Black. That would be interesting, and especially if they bring in the real world relationship between Jungle Boy and Anna Jay, and that being used as part of the story there.
We literally could carry on for about 3 hours.
I'm going to throw one more thing out there before. I'm not sure if you got another nugget you want to talk about with Malakai Black, but let's just hypothetically say that Malakai Black is going to start a faction, because we all know.
Oh my God.
AEW loves factions, baby.
Yeah, baby.
But so do we. I support that, and I know you do too. So
100%.
if he's going to start a stable, who joins? I don't. Not saying he should. Not saying he should, because he seems like a standalone kind of guy.
Yeah.
Just want to put that out there. But if he does,
rules or just general?
Whatever you want. Whatever you want.
Okay, so my rules.
Oh, what are your rules? Yeah.
The person, a good talker, a tag team, a big guy, one woman, and a legend. So obviously Malakai Black, he's a good talker. That could go along with him. Jeez.
Gosh, that's tough.
I'm
gonna look at the AEW roster real quick.
That's what I'm doing.
So that's what we do on this podcast. We cheat.
Yeah, we check out.
Cheaters. Let me look at the roster. My brain only holds so much information. I have to push something out to put something else in. I can push out everything that Sarah's ever told me. Make a little bit of space. Like a lot of space. A lot of space.
Oh my god. I'm going Sean Spears.
Sean Spears is a good talker.
Yeah.
He is. He is underrated on the mic.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So we've got Malakai Black, good talker, Sean Spears. We need a tag team, Proud and Powerful.
Interesting.
We need a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Ruby Riott.
Ruby Riott.
I know she doesn't exist in AEW yet, but
Ruby
Riott.
Yeah. We're rolling with it.
One big guy, Lance Archer. One legend.
That's my pick for my big guy.
Yeah, that's my pick for my big guy.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to take it too, probably.
And Sting.
And Sting. Okay.
That's a legend.
Those are good. Those are really good. Let's see. My big guy, obviously, I'm sticking with it. I'm going Lance Archer. I was thinking it before, so I'm not going to change it. We're going to go Lance Archer. I'm going to go Lucha Brothers.
Ooh.
Lucha
You're
Brothers.
taking everybody's head off.
Yes. We're getting a lot of kicks. Talker. You know, I'm changing my big guy. Wardlow. Wardlow's my big guy. Wardlow's my big guy. He's gonna walk around wearing a black suit, just like.
Oh my god.
So Wardlow, Malakai Black, and the Lucha Brothers now.
Yeah. So you need a talker.
I need a talker, a female.
A female and a legend.
My female's Anna Jay.
Okay.
Talker is MJF. No, I'm just kidding. You know what? I'm gonna go. I'm keeping the Death Triangle together. I'm going Pac. I want Pac as the voice.
I thought you were gonna go Pac.
Yeah, I'm going Pac as the voice. So Death Triangle with Malakai Black, and now I have Wardlow and Anna Jay.
One legend.
And legend I'm bringing. I'll tell you what. I'm bringing a legend in from outside the company because you brought one in from outside the company.
Yeah, I brought
and I'm going Raven.
Ooh.
Raven's going to be lined up for them. That's it.
We've basically done Malakai Black's work for him.
Yeah. The faction stuff, not going to happen. Malakai Black.
Faction stuff were just for us.
Yeah, that's us. But I'll tell you, the rest of some of those matchups, I don't know. I could see some of that. And I do really hope we get that cerebral character where he's very cerebral and picking people apart when they're weak. I think that could be something. And man, those matchups, you know, I know you don't want to see Moxley and Malakai Black, but
I do and I don't. I do because it would be amazing. I don't because it's splitting my heart, man.
The thought of them in an unsanctioned or exploding barbed wire death match has me salivating.
Yeah, it is juicy. It is juicy.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
So that's
Malakai Black is in AEW, y'all.
Is all elite.
I am so excited. I can't wait for Wednesday now.
I know.
Just to see if he shows up.
Yeah.
Do we hear music?
Or to see what Cody says.
Yeah. Oh yeah, his response and his.
Yeah.
I want to hear his theme. I want to hear his theme song.
I want to see his gear as well.
What's he going to be wrestling in? What's that?
Yeah.
So many little questions still to be answered with his character.
So in the comments underneath this tweet that will go out, will you let us know your thoughts on the matchups, your thoughts for what Malakai Black can do in AEW? You can even make a faction for him. Let us know because, you know, this is like, well, for me, it's huge news. I think for most people, it's huge news.
It's huge news. It's huge news, period.
So, yes, this is like 2021 is going to be good in AEW. I have a really good feeling. We've started off well. I always say we're part of AEW, but
we are part of AEW.
So we've got Malakai Black, and I'm excited.
Please, and if you do the faction thing in the comments, do it just like she said, just for the fun of it. Use those same rules.
Yeah, so the rules are obviously Malakai Black has to be in it. One good talker, one tag team, one big guy, one woman, one legend. And you can only bring one from outside.
Yeah, AEW. True. Since we cheated from outside.
I normally keep it to in AEW, but you can have one from outside.
One from outside.
So choose wisely, people. Good luck with the talker, because that's difficult.
I know. It's easy finding a talker, but finding one that
it's easy finding a talker in AEW, but one to go in Malakai Black, not so much. Have fun with that.
I should have picked Alex Abrahantes. Malakai says, just sell some more T-shirts. I'd buy that one.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Malakai says, this is the end of the topic.
Yeah, that's it. We hope you enjoyed this one. I know you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed Malakai Black showing up in AEW. If not, what the heck, man?
Yeah, why are you watching?
But this was a great topic, because this is a major get for AEW. Going to be fun seeing where it goes. But before you leave, don't forget to check out all of our other content, our AEW Dynamite reviews, topic discussions like you just heard, our Q&As, interviews when we have them, and we did have an awesome one with Danny Limelight, who just got signed by MLW.
Woo!
If you've not heard that news, congratulations, Danny Limelight. Yes. Forming the new LAX with them. Ooh. That is awesome. I knew that's big on him, because he's going to be able to work with Conan.
Yes, he's going to be mega happy with that.
Yes. But check out that. We're also going to be doing Rampage reviews after Rampage debuts in August, and we do previews and reviews of pay-per-views. So check out all that good stuff. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter. You can follow the channel at BeautyXTheBeard. You can follow me at Let the Beard Play. And you can follow Sarah at Strange_Pixie.
You can.
And also don't forget to follow or subscribe to us on whatever podcast platform you use. Be good out there. Be good to each other. And we will see you on the next one.
Bye-bye.